Alright, I gotta get on. I gotta get started pretty quick here. I told my wife I got... Oh, come on. You totally had this whole thing. There we go. I love it when everything decides, hey, I'm not going to repair. You know, we're gonna, everything is paired. No, everything is great. And then for no reason, we're not gonna work for you. Not gonna do the thing. I want you to do the thing. Just do the thing. That's what I want. Alright, we're just doing Australia. City Beach. Sounds good. Alright, here we go. Into things here because I am on a strict time limit. I told my lady I'd be done by 5:30. So we're just gonna get up to speed here, get right into the workout. I don't even know what I'm doing today. My shorts are not adjusted properly. I do apologize if I am adjusting on air. Gotta make sure everything is adjusted properly, or you're gonna have not a good time. Oh, long bit of zone 2 today. All right, clear. Do the thing. Hello? Oh my gosh, why? Why do you do this to me on today of all days? Which one's actually showing anything? What? What? Why did you screw up everything on me? Oh my gosh, Woosh. Why did you do this to me? Oh. Okay, this is not gonna work. If I can't even get either to pair. I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything. No, they basically... I think they did an update, and then with the update, they completely screwed over... They completely screwed over my connections. They completely messed everything up. Well, this ain't gonna work today. I am so sorry. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know what happened. Because I mean, there's supposed to be another big update coming out in a bit, but it's not, no. But I'm serious. It is. Might as well take a minute and oh, here we are. Here's my Bluetooth one. Because I think the Bluetooth is going to work out much better. So I need to figure out what's going on with my aunt. Okay. Basically, I just had to reset the trainer. All right, here we go. Alright, so I just had to reset. So basically, we're going to do a hard cut. We're going to do a hard cut at 520. Basically, we're gonna cheapen out a little bit. Because right now it's 59. Yeah, so I'll be taking out about 10 minutes. Which is fine. Not too happy about it, but you know what? It's just the way things roll sometimes. So anyway, had a good day at Disneyland yesterday. Okay, so yeah, this is Zone 2. The big, long Zone 2 ride. So it's not going to be that big of a... You know, I'm not too annoyed so to speak, that I didn't get all my gains in. So we're going to wake up early tomorrow morning. We're going to do a workout. And then I'll probably do a second, see if I can get a second workout in, make up for that Thursday workout tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, Disneyland went well yesterday with the kiddos. Usually it's just my wife and I that go. It's usually just my wife and I. You know, just a date night. So, yeah, I mean, we hit all the big stuff. The only ones that weren't really operational were the train, monorail, and Haunted Mansion. Those ones weren't operational, which is fine. My daughter, Minty, she loves the Haunted Mansion, so that was a little bit of a letdown for her, and the baby burrito loves him, the trains. So, all around, small disappointments. In general, just small disappointments. But overall, they all had a really good time. Didn't have to threaten murder on the kids, which is always a good thing. But yeah, had a good time. So today we got this bike ride today. Oh yeah, this morning I went over 12 hours yesterday, and by the end of the night I was blitzed. So what I did was we got back from Disney at around 10, or no, it was about 9:30 we actually got back. Not too much traffic on the way home, so that was kind of nice. But I came back, got the kids in bed, kissed my wife goodnight, and then I went out into the living room, beat the Reaper once on Persona 3 Reload, and then I was about to start him up for the second time, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. But what I had going though was I had my Normatec boots going, my full leg boots. So I was doing a recovery session last night just because overall my legs were pretty toast. And I just like, well, I'm gonna be doing a bike ride tomorrow and other stuff. You know what? I think overall this would help improve my quality of sleep, which that was most def questionable. No, I don't. I have not been sleeping that well lately. I know I wake up multiple times during the night. Don't know why. It's not like I have, nightmares or anything like that. I just wake up. But I've learned over the years, there's two ways to deal with that. Either number one, if you just lie there with your eyes closed and just work to actively quiet your thoughts down, that is the next best thing you can to actually getting some sleep. Because in a perfect world, you'd be able to just fall back to sleep. But the next best thing is full-blown energy conservation. The worst thing you can do is start thinking about things. And that's kind of the problem my wife has. She has insomnia. And her problem is she can't not worry about things. So for me, I've had so much of that when I was a kid, where I just started thinking about things. Not necessarily worrying, mostly just thinking about stuff. Random things. So, over the years, I have learned, you know what, I'm gonna turn my fan on. Forgot to turn it back on. So So I've learned over the years that, yeah, you know what? There's only so much that I can worry about, and so many things that I can actually affect. You know? Like I'm worrying about getting fat. Well, I could start eating less and exercising. There. Problem solved. Worried about politics. Make sure I vote. Make sure I try and inform my fellow man. It's about all I can do, realistically. So, I've learned to compartmentalize. Things that I can change, things that I can't change. And then when I get time, I think about those things at appropriate times. When I'm in bed, trying to go to sleep, I do intense visual activity. To middling success. But basically, the main difference is, can I keep my eyes closed or not? If I can keep my eyes closed, then I just lay there in bed and do nothing. Think about a beautiful mountain scene. Just think about watching the ocean waves roll in. You know, like very, very, very low intensity thoughts. Like you're sitting in a mountain pasture, watching a babbling brook, and that's it. You got grass, a little bit of wind, you got a babbling brook, no bugs, no bears, no salmon, no nothing. You just let that scene play out in your head, just like a continual screensaver, and then you fall back asleep. And then the other part is if I cannot keep my eyes open. If my brain is too awake, my eyes will not shut. They will stay open, just like I'm normally awake. And then there ain't a dang thing I can do. So what I do is I go out and play video games. Sometimes, some of my best grinding happens at 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning. I feel like garbage the next day, but instead of pissing myself off in bed wondering why can't I close my eyes, I just go out and get some video game grinding done. Speaking of grinding, we're just about done with our opener set here. We're just about done with the opener here. We got one more over. So this is over under threshold between zone 3 and zone 2. So anyway. So yeah. So that's kind of how my sleep's been lately, which is just fantastic. Which, like, I'd love, like, I do use a quasi-sleep supplement. There you go. It's called Pillar. So I have the powder, and now I have the tablet form, because I accidentally ordered the tablets instead of the powder. But, it's one of those magnesium supplements. It's supposed to help you with a more restful sleep. Heck if I know. I don't know. It's kind of one of those, I take it when I can. Results vary. I don't really know. My body reacts to those things so weirdly, too. So, it's no secret I've gone back on Adderall. Well, I've started Adderall. For my ADHD symptoms. So, basically, for those of you that don't know, you know, me and here in the Frito Bandito Taqueria, which, by the way, my name is The Feral. Welcome to the Pain Cave. We had a rocky start today. Bike trainer connection issues. But yeah, we're going to have to cut this workout 10 minutes short, so it's going to be about a 49-minute workout. I got a hard cut at 5:30. or 5:25, so I can run in. I can actually run in and get a little bit of a shower, just clean the sweat off me real quick. Because I told my wife I'm resuming fatherly duties at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I need to make that hard cut. So about 5:20, we're going to cut it. So we're only going to get through about 50-ish minutes of this workout. So we're going to miss about 5 minutes of zone 2, and then about the 5-minute warm down. Which, honestly, that's not that big of a deal for this workout. Just because this is a very mostly easy-paced workout. But once again, the zone 2 is working the lower end of your system. In other words, it's building your foundation. Excuse me. So if you build your foundation, your base fitness, you're able to put in the work for the upper range of your fitness. In other words, the faster part of your fitness. If you're able to go very, very, very long periods of time at an easy fitness or easy to slightly moderate pace, that's going to build up your aerobic capacity. So if I'm able to go 30 minutes at zone 2, then I'd be able to go, a decent amount in zone 3, and then a decent amount in zone 4, a decent amount in zone 5. So basically what we're doing is we're putting in the work to get more time on the bike, pushing the pedals, so then when we do the less time intensive in terms of the higher. So basically this is a lot of zone 2 within an hour. There's very, very, very little in zone 1. So when we do the harder workouts, we do a lot more in zone 1 and a lot less in zones 4, 5, and 6. So basically, when you're able to spend inordinate amounts of time in zone 2, what you wind up doing is being able to spend more time in zone 4, 5, and 6. But zone 2 is easy enough to where you can go really long time frames within that zone without messing up your body. In other words, it basically allows you to, get a lot of fitness in. It takes a lot of time, but you're able to spread it out. You're able to spread out a more constant power rating rather than high, low, high, low. So these sessions are really good for building more durability. So if you notice right here, I'm staying under 90. We're basically going to hold this pace the entire freaking time. That's basically what we're doing. So yeah. Oh, right. Gotta talk Switch 2. We all gotta talk Switch 2, don't we? Because it just dropped yesterday. I was actually in line for Thunder Mountain Railroad with Minty when I first saw that Switch 2 dropped. Shout out to Crefe for posting it in the Discord. Which, if you're not in the Discord, check out the link down below in the description. Would love to have you as a part of the Frito Bandito Taqueria after party. Ah! We're good. Bottle tip. So, anyway, so I saw the thing, and, basically, I'm pretty excited. The one thing that everyone's dunking on is the Joy-Con connections. Now, obviously, I'm gonna need to see more on this. I'm gonna need to see more. I am also a little worried. However, Nintendo does not skimp on durability. I purchased a Switch on day one. I pre-ordered it. Got it day one. I still have that Switch. The only things I've replaced is I've replaced the Joy-Con thumbsticks, which was very, well, okay. The teardown was a little intensive, but I got them fixed. I got them replaced. So I've swapped out the drift issue joysticks. Hopefully, they've wisened up and made the Hall effect or comparable. I don't know what other I only know Hall effect. That's the only ones that I know. That they're using Hall effect joysticks or thumbsticks. I hope they've figured that out. I'm happy that the controllers are larger, because using the original Joy-Cons is kind of a pain in the nads. I actually use Nixie controllers, Joy-Cons. I use Nixie's Joy-Cons. Excuse me. So I'm glad that they have somewhat, understood their mistakes. But backwards compatible, absolutely fantastic that they confirmed that. That is a huge selling point for me. Because it's like, I did consider buying a Switch OLED, but I'm like, ugh. I know the Switch 2 is around the corner, and it's going to be within probably $100 of, it's going to be within $100 of what it's going to be. Now, an interesting item is going to be the tariffs, the Trump tariffs. Now, I'm no stranger. I'm a fan of the tariffs. I think it's a good idea. However, obviously, being in the games, a game aficionado, they don't make consoles here in the United States. It's going to be a little rough. It's going to be a little tough. But, yeah, we'll probably have to pay more because of tariffs. Which, hey, you know what? It's about dang time. I'm okay with this. But I think... But okay, so I want to talk about three things. Number one, the Joy-Con connection. A lot of people are butthurt about that little tab on the Switch, which I understand. My view is there are ways that you can mitigate that. There are definite ways that you can make the connection solid and mitigate that whole issue. I have ideas. I mean, I have no ways of testing them. I only have theories based off of my knowledge of structures. But I know that there is a... Nintendo would not do that unless they prototype the crap out of it and they say, yes, this will work. So, it is very interesting to see that. Number two, pretty excited to see how the mouse-like Joy-Cons, the mouse-controlled Joy-Cons are going to work. Because they obviously showed that off with the little Joy-Con zipping around on the white surface. I'm interested to see how that works. But I think, overall, the number one thing that I'm a little annoyed with in terms of the responses that I've seen are people all butthurt about the display resolution. They're saying, allegedly, 1080p undocked and I guess 2K docked at 60 frames per second. Hey, if you can get solid 1080p at 60 frames per second, I'll be happy. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm not a spoiled little rich kid, and I don't have access to all these fancy things. I barely have a 4K TV. Barely. It's not that fantastic. So, oh, and my monitors for my whole setup, they're only 1080. So I don't care. I'm fine with it. But here's the... That was my ward first counselor asking me to speak next Sunday. Not tomorrow, obviously, but I think the week after. But, yeah, nothing like responding to him knowing you're in spandex. All right, here's the gate. Gonna have about a minute here. There we go. Little 2-minute reprieve. And then we got our butt long zone 2. So anyway, I mean, here's my whole thing. The graphics don't mean a darn if the game sucks. I mean, did we not learn anything from this past year with DEI? It doesn't matter how shiny your graphics are. Last of Us 2. Allegedly really good graphics. Complete bullcrap story. Complete and utter garbage. Stupid. Stupid game. Looks pretty. Final Fantasy 13. Looks real pretty. Story's pretty mid-tier. Gameplay's kind of mid-tier. Final Fantasy 15. Looks pretty good. Kind of a mid-tier Final Fantasy. Persona 5, the Royal. Mid-tier graphics. Insanely good game. You know, it's like, guys, look, there are so many people all around the world that don't have fancy 4K TVs. They have 1080p TVs. They're okay with 1080p TVs. It's like, why do we pigeonhole all of these developers to develop for something that quite literally a lot of people around the world I don't think really have? You know? It's like, I don't understand why we have to push for the highest fidelity of graphics. Make the games good. Make the games good. I mean, so many of these games that we see come out, they supposedly look gorgeous, but play like butt. I do not understand why there is such an outcry for high-tier graphics. I don't get it. Like, I just legitimately do not get it. So, you know what, to all y'alls, screw you. Yeah, I'm happy with 1080p. I'm totally cool with it. It looks good. It looks fine to me. All right, so we got about 15 more minutes here. So we'll be at about 16, so we'll be a little bit over halfway. Not gonna get the full benefits, but you know what? We're gonna get something out of this today, dang it. I also made a commitment to my wife, and I'm gonna uphold that commitment. So, anyway, yeah, Mario Kart 9. Allegedly, according to leakers, Metroid Prime 4, Mario Kart 9, Breath of the Wild re-release, and Elden Ring are supposed to be the launch titles. 100%, I would scoop up Mario Kart and Metroid. 100%. Yeah, because Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime series is good. I've played all 3 of them. I didn't pick up the remasters, which, okay, I saw a thing today. I gotta talk about this too. on excuse me, on X. Which, by the way, I've been spending a fair amount more time on X. So if you want to follow me, The Feral Taco, at The Feral Taco. Pretty easy. The Feral plus Taco. No plus sign, just The Feral Taco. So basically someone said, if you want Sony to put out more first-person titles, you need to buy the remasters. It's like, no? How about this? How about this, Sony? You spend about a quarter of the budget, quarter of the manpower, and you actually put out a game that people want to play. How about that? How about we not go for the highest fidelity graphics? How about we start there? Because I know there's a lot of time that gets sucked up into graphics. How about we not do that anymore? How about we make a game look good? Not artistically a Mona Lisa. But how about we make a game look decent? A game people actually want to play? How about we spend less time on DEI projects like Concord and The Last of Us Part 2? And, I don't know, Ubisoft, how about you get your head out of your butt on your Assassin's Creed game and throw a Japanese guy in there instead of a black guy? Because, Afro Samurai, only black samurai? And no, shocker, it's also a work of fiction. But no, it's just, the games industry is in a very weird position right now. And sincerely, Nintendo can make it big. Because here's the other thing about the 1080 display. Heck of a lot cheaper. That's going to bring the price down on the console. That's a good thing, guys. Bring down... Now, I'm not an electrical engineer, but one would think 1080p screens, longer battery life. That sounds like a good thing. Because I'll admit, I've been using my console a whole lot more in handheld mode. So I actually care about battery life. So much I actually bought a new battery and installed it. Which I think my battery draining was because of Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi card. Alright, we got about 10 more minutes here. Hold on. I love screwing with people over autocorrect. Doesn't Hellman's make mayonnaise? Yeah, Hellman's mayonnaise. Yeah. So member of the bishopric just texted me, asked me to give a talk, and he said, topic is Hellman 512. I was like, okay, I'll make sure and bring my jar of mayonnaise as an object lesson. It's supposed to be Helaman. I love that. That's a good joke. That's a funny joke. I don't care who you are, that's funny. I feel bad that we're cutting the workout short, but I need to make good on this promise. Because my lady was a little hesitant on letting me come out here on the bike. We got about 7 more minutes left. Just keeping everything nice and steady here. I mean, the other night I did a 2-mile run instead of a bike session. I woke up feeling like crap. But we'll be back here tonight. We'll be working on the Adventures of the Black Hawk. Pretty excited about it. Hey Mecca, what's up? Exercise hurts, play video games instead. Hey, you know what? I gotta stay healthy for my kiddos somehow. This session doesn't hurt today. This is actually a pretty easy session. And Mecca with the Moogle burrito, the Moogle taco, the Moogle taquito. Which, by the way, if you are not aware, I am an affiliate on Twitch, and I have subscriptions enabled on Rumble. So if you would like to support the stream, hit either of those 2 buttons, would greatly appreciate it. Or hit both. I ain't stopping you. But all right, 10 minutes. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. Excuse me. Got about 5 minutes left on this ride. I got to do a hard stop because I promised my wife I would be fully ready to resume husbandly duties at 5:30 Pacific. It is currently 5:15 Pacific. So I got about 5 more minutes of zone 2 here, and then I have to do a hard stop so I can get inside, get showered, get changed. Because we had a decent setback earlier. My bike trainer was not pairing with Woosh for Lord knows what reason. So I had to do a full reset of the trainer, which means just unplugging the power and plugging it back in. So that ate up about 10 plus minutes of time, where instead of only missing about 7 minutes. All right, sounds good, dude. Play that East 10. 100% approve of that plan for the evening. But we'll be back later tonight playing the Legend of the Black Hawk, or the Adventures of the Black Hawk. But yeah, so back to the launch lineup, the alleged launch lineup. New Mario Kart, I'm all about that. Had a good time with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Wii. I mean, I play it with my son pretty frequently now. I mean, granted, he just throws on auto acceleration and auto steer and just kind of holds forward on the joystick all the time. Oh, man. I'm sorry. That reminds me of back on my mission. So for those of you that don't know, missions for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, basically you get assigned to an area for 2 years if you're a dude, 18 months if you're a girl. And so there's actual like leadership amongst the missionaries. So you have what are called district leaders. There's about 8 to 10 missionaries in a district. And then there's zones, which, I mean, depending on the mission. Ours was about 4 to 6, about 4 to 8 in a district. And then about double that for a zone. Either 2 to 3 times that for a zone. So, basically helps with accountability, reporting, logistics, all that stuff. So, I was thoroughly annoyed with certain of my leadership fellow missionaries. And I had one certain district leader. He'd always ask me, and like always at the end, "Oh, elders, is there anything we can do for you, elders?" And then I would always just like, "No, we're fine. No, we're fine." And then one week I had enough. I was just like, "Dude, this is like hollow. I know the guy is somewhat sincere, but it's just a throwaway line. I mean, seriously." So he would go, "Hey, so anything I can do for you, elders?" And I'd start throwing out Pinky and the Brain lines. I'd be like, "I think so, but I don't know where we're gonna find all the rubber pants." What? I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know how we're gonna get all the rubber pants for that idea. Are you just messing with me? Oh, of course not. Why would I do that? Hey, is there anything we can do for you, elders? I think so, but I don't think fish like swimming in battery acid. I think so, but if we eat that much cheese, we're all gonna get major indigestion. Yeah. There was one day, though, I had a companion from the middle of Utah. His name is Elder Bailing. Super great guy. We were MTC companions. Okay, I'll quickly finish up the story, then we gotta stop. So we were MTC companions. One day, they go, "So what are you gonna do this week?" He goes, "We're gonna find a fire station." I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? We didn't discuss this. He was totally screwing with some of the female missionaries. I was so funny. Sorry, that fell over. All right, so we're gonna get out of here, everyone. We're gonna end the ride. We're gonna upload that. So we got about halfway done with it. So I'm not 100% happy with it, but you know what? Always do your best to honor your commitments to your wife, which is what I'm doing right now. So, all right, we're going to get out of here. I'll see you a bit later tonight with the Adventures of Black Hawk. Check the Discord link in the description below. Until then, my friends, good night, as Xehanort, wherever you are. I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.